This is the DJI Avata, courtesy of Billy Kyle. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description. He's letting me try it out for the first time, so this is gonna be my first impressions as I put the goggles on, take off, fly, everything, trying this out. Hey, my name's Jake and I test and review lots of drones, cameras, lenses, usually in Alaska, not today particularly, but and I give you the skills you need so that you can earn money from your video or photo work. Today we're gonna test out the DJI Avata and the new goggles, which I'm most excited about these because of the OLED screens. Yeah, super excited to try these things out. Holy crap! Those screens! Oh my gosh! Oh, I like the diopter adjustments too. Okay, huge improvement with the screens on these. I can tell you that already. All right, here we go. First flight out. Man, this flies way better than the DJI FPV drone. Yeah, they made huge improvements into how this thing flies over the DJI FPV drone. I hated the way that thing flew off the bat. Nice having the home point. Yeah, this flies so much better than the DJI FPV drone. And these goggles are freaking awesome. Holy crap, they're so good. It's not as loud as I thought it would be either. All right, let me get back into manual mode here. See, this is the kind of flying Cinewhoops are made for. Low, cruising around. And of course, the other thing Cinewhoops are great for is flying around trees. You don't have to worry about the hitting the little branches so much. That was close. Little low, little low. Of course, I think the nicest feature about these things is the pause button. That's impressive. That's the way you hand catch these. Okay, so initial thoughts. One, it's, I don't know, 80 degrees out here, and it's, especially for somebody from Alaska, it's really hot in the sun. And I've not had any fogging issues the whole time I was flying. So there's that with the goggles. I will say the screen on these goggles and the view out of them is a pretty big step up from even the V2 goggles. Definitely a huge step up from the V1 goggles. I hope they make these compatible with the air units, the original air units of Vistas. Other than that, the IPD, the new adjustments here are really nice, way easier to get it where I want it and make it look like it should, you know, get it, get each eye centered and over it, each one really well. A lot of people I've heard have complained about the swipe thing. I literally came out this with, I think I watched 3 videos about the Avata the day it was released, and then I came out this with 0 knowledge about how to get around the menus with the swipe thing, and it took me 10 seconds to figure it out. And really, I didn't think it was that bad. I guess I could see it being a little irritating if you're out flying and you've got to go through the menu for some reason. But then again, that's why this drone has a position hold setup where you just push the pause button, it stops and sits there. But these goggles they are so much nicer. I really want some because they're so much small. Look how small that is for travel. Like, that's tiny. The whole reason I've been hesitant on buying this drone is the amount of time it took me to get the DJI FPV drone to fly the way I liked it was a really long time. And I even had to switch the propellers out and do a few other things to like it really get it to fly where I was happy with how it flew. And I still couldn't do a lot of the stuff that I like to do, but it does have nice range and endurance, which is great. This flies completely differently if you're flying it like a Cinewhoop. And a Cinewhoop is not meant to like do flips and rolls and dives or anything like that. They're meant to fly near like through obstacles, around nearby obstacles, nearby people, because you can't hurt anybody with these ducks, and really low to stuff. That's the whole point of these. And also in a lot of cases just kind of slow and getting the really, you know, really cinematic, for lack of a better term, and beautiful footage. And this DJI really has nailed the way this thing flies. It flies super smooth. It flies really well. The footage from what I've seen on other people's channels and from the little bit that I've messed with this now is much better than the DJI FPV drone, just because of the new stabilization algorithms that they put in this. Plus the newer sensor it's obviously larger and better, and it looks a lot better. And of course, like having the range and the battery life to really go, you know, out there and find a big boat. I mean, that was not a short distance, and it wasn't a short flight. Super impressed by this. I probably am gonna have to order one just because I feel like it is that good. And I know, like, Ken, Original Dobo, told me it was. I didn't really believe him.
Don't blame me for not
And Billy said he doesn't blame me for not believing him. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of times, and I'm guilty of it too, that when something first comes out, a lot of us YouTubers get really excited about it. And then after you spend some time with it, you kind of like, it's still nice. It's not like you were not honest on your initial review, but the newness wears off. And that's kind of what I was a little worried about with this. But yeah, for a Cinewhoop, for being able to do stuff like this, and especially if you're going to be your first drone and you want to start flying FPV, I think it's a super solid way to do it because it's reliable. It's got a lot of safety features built in, and you don't have to spend literally days scouring YouTube for people like Joshua Bardwell's videos trying to figure out how to troubleshoot something that you don't even know what it is, and you're just hoping to randomly run into, if it does this is probably the cause, because I have a lot of experience doing that and spending days and days and days trying to hunt down and troubleshoot one stupid little problem that turned out to be super simple, but because I didn't know what I didn't know about FPV at the time, I really didn't even know what to look for or what to ask for or even how to kind of go about finding it. So if you're wanting to jump into FPV, and especially if have you done acro with this?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will do acro, but for anybody who does hardcore acro, this is not going to be the drone for you. Like this, they're not built to do that, although, I mean, it apparently can handle it. So I might go out and try a little bit, but I'm a little scared to put Billy's drone in the river and then have to.
Drone that doesn't die.
Yeah, apparently, if you've crashed it that many times. I'm going to fly this a little bit more, just to, see if I want to take back anything I just said about it, and hopefully not crash it for the 40th time. So Billy's saying, and you can see some on his YouTube channel and on Ken's YouTube channel, Original Dobo's YouTube channel, that he's already crashed this 2 really hard times. 3 really hard times.
Dozens of other times.
And dozens of other times. And you haven't replaced anything. So, and I mean, other than, yeah, you can see some scuffs and stuff, there's no cracks in the plastic. The props aren't even really chewed up at all. I mean, that's impressive. That, all right, I might have to get one.
Sorry.
Dang it. If you want to see how other drones compare, or specifically how the DJI FPV drone is, you're going to want to watch this video right here. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below, or you can join my live stream that happens most Wednesday nights from 4 p.m. Alaska time or 8 p.m. Eastern. I will see you again soon in the next video. Yeah, when I'm not sitting on the riverside here hanging out with Billy.